Now, Gary, you have told me that in your normal transaction of working with a home buyer or seller, there are how many potential sources of business that you might be able to get from every transaction?
There are between 10 and 15 sources of business, depending on the transaction, that are sources that I can generate referrals from.
Let's break this down for folks, because what we're saying is that when you work with a home buyer, work with a home seller, just the normal process of serving that customer introduces new potential sources of business. Now, it's maybe one that you guys have not thought of. What is it?
Well, so this is the big kicker, is that we are offering referrals to other business owners and operators, but we're not thinking about that reciprocity.
Right. So right now, so let's give an example. Right now, in a normal transaction, what are some of the people that you might refer, right, to your customer, to your real estate customer?
Sure, and just think about this for yourself. General contractor, painter, carpenter, lawn care, appraiser, inspector, title company, mortgage person. I mean, the list goes on and on. I could easily get to 20 if you need me to.
Right.
But I think the thing is, Chris, is that we're not thinking that way because we're so used to handing these referrals out. We're referring our clients to all of these other businesses and business owners, but we're not thinking about that as a potential source of business ourselves.
So what you're saying is we're already giving the gift of business, of referred business, of like just hand it over. There's no sales needed. Just like, here's a qualified lead. In fact, it's just an order ready to take it. We're giving that gift of business to the 15, 20 people every single time that we help somebody buy or sell a home. And right now, we're just doing it. And it's not that we need anything in return, but this is an opportunity to build relationships and ultimately to build a professional network.
Absolutely. It's an incredible opportunity for you to get out there, build your network with people who already you know, like, and trust, so that in the future, perhaps there can be some reciprocity going on.
Now, Gary, we teach people in ASAP about your 555 program.
That's right.
So what you're going to go out and do is meet 5 people, add 5 people to your database, and then write 5 personal notes. Now, one of those places that you can go to is your professional network.
Absolutely.
Gary, we've identified 104 potential referring relationships where, because you're already providing value, you can now set up a system for being able to cultivate referrals back.
That's absolutely right. This is a huge database accelerator program where you can really dive in and start thinking about who are these people that you are already referring business to or could refer business to, and start building that relationship with that business owner.
So in ASAP, we give you the 104 different relationships that over time you can pursue. Now, you could go after initially the ones that Gary already mentioned. Now, you might already be referring those folks, but what's important is that you set up the relationship so that you can cultivate referrals and business back. I mean, the referral is such a high quality type of lead. In fact, I wouldn't even call it a lead.
It's not a lead. It's so far beyond lead, Chris, because, and think about this too. We've spent time, energy, money, resources already cultivating and nurturing these relationships. There's something there already. There's already trust built. So we just need to take it a step further.
Now, Gary, let's say you're like, okay, I'm going to go out, I'm going to build my professional network. And they join ASAP, and they have the list of 104 people. And during the week where they're focusing on their 555 program, which is to add those 5 folks, okay, now what is it that they're going to say? It might seem a little intimidating to say, gosh, I'm going to go to this business person, to this business owner, and I might even know this person, but now I'm going to ask them for business?
Yeah.
That seems awkward.
Well, it does seem awkward, and so this is why we're not going to do it directly, calling, hey, Chris, this is Gary. I send you all this business. It's about time for you to refer me business. We're not going to do that. Instead, listen to this script, identify with it, see how it makes you feel, and see yourself on the phone having this same conversation with the business owners that you already know. All right, so let's get into this, Chris. Hey, Chris, this is Gary Wise with Good Life Luxury. How's your business going?
Hey, Gary, good to hear from you, man. Things are going great.
Well, that's great, and yeah, so happy for you. Well, I wanted to get right to it. The reason for this call is to see if I can refer you to my clients.
Well, Gary, you already do, but that's awesome, man.
Well, you know, Chris, the thing is that the service you provide is exceptional. And in my line of work, clients often need referrals to services you provide. So I was curious, are you available to grab a coffee or meet in the next week so I can learn more about your business and how to best refer you?
You bet, Gary. I mean, what are you doing Friday?
Well, apparently having coffee with you. So you see how easy that is, Chris. It's really conversational, and then you get to coffee.
Okay, so you've contacted them, you've shared this, you've set up an appointment to meet. That. By the way, Gary, the way that sounded made it sound so easy because you're not asking for anything. You're actually saying, I want to refer you. I just need to know how, and I want to learn about your business. I mean, like, what's easier than saying that to somebody?
Absolutely nothing. So, but then you get there, you have coffee.
Oh, is this where you bang them over the head and say,
and then you say, now give me a referral? No, this is where we're going to take the sales skills that you learn in our ASAP program, and we're going to put them to work. So what's going to happen now, Chris, is when you and I have coffee, I'm going to ask you about your business. I'm going to ask about your life. I'm going to ask about what's going on with you so that at the end, I've learned everything about you. I know what your concerns are, what you care about, what about your family, about your business. And then the last thing I'm going to say is, Chris, thank you so much for your time today. By the way, can you remind me again, what is going to be the very best way for me to refer you business?
I mean, that's powerful. I mean, you've spent the whole time learning about them.
Yeah.
If you will not only get their referred business, you're going to get their personal business as a result.
Yes, because here's the difference, is that you care. And that's what sales is caring about the other human being, building that relationship, asking the questions, and then determining how can I serve you, because what's going to happen is when you do that, they're instantly going to think, how can I take care of Gary because nobody else is doing this with me?
That's powerful. So you guys can see this is a system, this is a very specific process that you can use to not only go meet people who are in a professional network, which becomes an asset in itself, right? Your professional network is a tremendous asset because of all of the repeat and referral business that it produces. And you're just showing care by using the script and then letting them know that you would appreciate any of the referrals that they might come across for you.